Good afternoon. My name is Eric Mayer, and I'm the CEO of EDPBiotech in Knoxville, Tennessee. We're an agile diagnostics company whose mission is to detect disease early, thus EDP, early detection products. Our initial indication is colorectal cancer, but as you'll see, we've also used our blood testing equipment and expertise to help combat the coronavirus pandemic, generating revenue along the way. My team and I are dedicated to eradicating colorectal cancer. Combined, we have nearly a century of experience developing novel diagnostics and launching them internationally as well as here in the United States. We have a crack advisory board of directors, and scientific advisory, and have 2 exits under our belts, all combined. We've built this company with multiple revenue streams in mind. Our top priority is to finish Coloplexx, which is our blood-based diagnostic for the early detection of colorectal cancer, and launch that in the European Union, where they are already performing annual screenings for colon cancer next year. In addition, we're starting to grow our coronavirus testing right here in our clinical laboratory. We're on pace to hit over $500,000 in revenue this year alone. And as you can see, we've already signed numerous public partnerships, and there's a couple partnerships that we can't even talk about yet. We've also built a strong IP moat around our technology, related not only to the work we're doing in coronavirus, but of course, the important work that we're doing in colorectal cancer. Patents, trademarks, as well as some new IP around our advanced mathematics and data analytics. A lot of people ask, how does colorectal cancer and coronavirus, how do those play together? What are you doing in this business to get to the next level? Our roadmap includes not only B2B and DTC testing of the coronavirus right now to begin our revenue generation and create those clinical relationships, but also once we've launched our product ex-US, we'll be able to pull that back into the United States market and begin a nice pathway into this geography. Multiple revenue streams in multiple geographies with multiple partners will create more shots on goal for liquidity for our investors. Now, our colorectal cancer diagnostic, we're very excited about and proud of the work that we've done. It is leading the way in early detection. We find not only 93% of stage 1 cancers, which is the stage when patient outcomes are the best, we're also finding nearly 90% of the medium and high risk polyps. These are the lesions that a gastroenterologist can remove to prevent colon cancer from ever happening in that patient in the first place. This is not just a pipe dream. We have tested this technology now in nearly 2,000 patients. If you compare that with some of the liquid biopsy companies, competitors that are out in the market, they're presenting data on only a few hundred patients. So we believe we've done a lot more work in a lot less amount of time. In terms of competitors that are closer to the market, we see many great advantages, including our sensitivity to the early stage cancers and polyps, as well as a price point that is attractive to the payers who will be reimbursing this test, both ex-US and here in the United States, because healthcare costs are always a top concern. We'll accomplish these goals over the next year. We've already laid the foundation and the groundwork. We're working with a large diagnostics company to out-license some of our technology as we speak. With our Series A round, we'll be able to finish the manufacturing and some last studies for our CE IVD regulatory approval. Then we'll be able to launch Coloplexx ex-US and here in our clinical lab. All the while, we'll continue to grow our coronavirus test offering. In terms of market opportunity, colorectal cancer really looks like a huge market globally. It's about a $10 billion global testing market, and $1 billion of that is in vitro diagnostics, including blood tests like ours. We aim to capture a significant portion of this market, and it is large enough for many players to enter. We're already on track for revenue generation of $500,000 right now with our coronavirus testing, and we'll continue that over the next 18 to 24 months as physicians continue to order coronavirus tests. But the real ramp up happens when we launch Coloplexx internationally and here in our clinical lab. And you can see we plan to eclipse over $20 million in gross revenue over the next 5 years. at operating margins, which will create attractive earnings and attractive multiples on those earnings for our investors. We already have large partnerships either signed or in the works for licensing opportunities, licensing revenue, and downstream M&A to create that liquidity event and that exit for our stockholders. Now, we can't do this alone, so I would asking all investors in the audience to please join us on this journey. We're raising a $5 million Series A round. We plan to use that to grow the coronavirus offering in our own lab, finish the manufacturing and the last studies for our CE-IVD, launch Colaplex in Europe, and then roll it out in multiple geographies, including the United States. So with that, I want to thank you for your time and attention, and I'd be happy to take any questions that you have.